And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Robert Collins Center here on the Triton College campus in River Grove, Illinois. It's time once again for Triton College men's basketball. Non-conference game, but an important Division I game for potential at-large bid purposes in the event either of these two teams don't automatically qualify to the national tournament, as the Trojans, ranked number 18 in the nation in the NJCAA poll, 17-3 overall. They're number 7 in the media poll. They're going to take on the Tigers of Marshalltown Community College. This will be the first ever visit for Marshalltown here in River Grove for men's basketball. Today is the start of an 8-game homestand for the Trojans. An unprecedented long homestand, but again, when you're independent, sometimes this is how the schedule gods work. Triton was road heavy the first half, but they're going to be here at the Collins Center a whole lot the next 3 weeks, and it begins here tonight against this Marshalltown squad. The Trojans come in 17-3 overall on the year. They were an 87-62 winner Thursday night at Malcolm X College. Marshalltown, as I mentioned, they come in 10-13 overall on the year. These two teams played out in Iowa on December the 4th. The Trojans were victorious 86-63. As in that contest, Trojans were led by Dalen Hamilton, who had 13. Pat Subnick, he had 11 in that win. But again, that was a couple months ago out in Iowa. Marshalltown had 4 in double figures in the first meeting. Nuha Signia had 16. Caleb Jacobs, who's no longer on the roster, he had 12 points. And then another young man who's no longer on the roster was in double figures, and Trey Senegal had 11. So there's going to be some differences for both teams. Triton will have some players not dressed today, and this Marshalltown team will have a couple of players not dressed here this afternoon, but we'll see how it plays out. It's been a really grueling stretch here for Triton as of late. Some very difficult games. We were last with you all for the Indian Hills game, and that was the last game we streamed because the Trojans have been on the road since. There hasn't been a home game here at the Collins Center since the Indian Hills game, as they had a big win at Southeastern. Then they had the huge win against them. They were number 11 at the time. That grueling win last Saturday at Highland, another tough road game at Kankakee, and then winning at Malcolm X. So the last 4 have been on the road for the Trojans. Now they get the next 8 here at home at the Robert Collins Center, and it's going to be a busy week. We'll have Marshalltown here this afternoon. Wednesday, Don Bosco Prep will be here. There will be no stream for that. But next Saturday, Highland will be here in the Region 4 Showdown rematch, as that game possibly can help secure Triton the top seed in the Region 4 tournament. But first things first, Marshalltown here this afternoon from River Grove. Again, part of that pack between the Iowa D1s and the Illinois D1s, Indian Hills, Marshalltown, Southeastern playing home and homes this year with Triton, Kankakee, Highland, and Sauk Valley. Highland today is hosting Indian Hills this afternoon, so we'll keep an eye and keep you updated on that one. So we're just about set for the pregame introductions, and for the honors, here's George Fate.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Collins Center on the campus of Triton College in the heart of River Grove for this afternoon's National Junior College Athletic Association matchup between the Tigers of Marshalltown Community College and your Triton College Trojans. Prior to introducing this afternoon's starting lineups and to honor America, we ask that you stand. Kindly remove your cap for the playing of our national anthem. And now for this afternoon's starting lineups. First for the Tigers of Marshalltown Community College. They enter this afternoon's contest with an overall record of 10 wins and 13 losses. At guard, a 6'1" freshman from St. Louis, Missouri, number 3, David Roberts. At guard, a 6'4" freshman from Houston, Texas, number 10, Trey Senegal. At forward, a 6'10" freshman from Gambia, number 20, Nua Sagnia. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore out of Chicago, number 21, Semwali Nals. At center, a 6'8" freshman from Congo, number 23, Gideon Shango. The Tigers are coached by Ryan Flack, assisted by Nicholas Ramos and Malik Wildersmuth. And now, the starting lineup for your Triton College Trojans. At guard, a 6'5" sophomore out of Kentucky, number 10, J.J. Callaghan. At guard, a 6'3" freshman from Texas, number 11, Dalen Hamilton. At center, a 6'9" freshman out of the Bahamas, number 13, D'Angelo Elise. At guard, a 6'5" sophomore from Michigan, number 23, Tiante McKeithen. And at forward, a 6'8" freshman from Wisconsin, number 25, Patrick Sumnick. The Trojans are coached by John Clancy, assisted by Brian Burns, Edmund Pryor, and Matt Johnson. Our athletic trainer is Mr. Michael Montez. Our sports information director, Mr. Tim McKinney. Our Associate Vice President of Athletics, Mr. Garrick Abasesian, and the Triton College President, Miss Mary Rita Moore. Our students' assistants are Michael and Daniel Catucci. This afternoon's basketball officials, Mr. Dave Cronin, Mr. Mike Snodgrass, and Mr. Mike Scrabas.
So there you have it. As nicely done as always by George Fate to set the table. Our lineups this afternoon. Trojans 17-3 overall. Marshalltown 10-13. Tigers of Marshalltown in the dark navy blue jerseys, the gold trim, the Trojans in their home grays. White numerals, black trim, Triton and Cardinal, and gold. And we're set to get this one underway. Shango and Elise up for the tip, and they're going to maybe re-jump it. We'll see. There's a violation on the tip on the Trojans, so it will go to Marshalltown. Again, an important Division I game for Triton to build up their resume. In the event they don't get out of the district tournament, you want to have as many Division I wins as possible to position yourself for an at-large bid, but obviously you want to get in the easy way, the automatic way if you can, and win your way in. But you want to build the resume in the event you do not. Ball loose, and it's out of bounds on the far side. It will stay with Marshalltown, 7 to shoot. Big welcome, as always, to the original head coach of the Triton men's basketball program, Rich Mock. Rich, good to hear from you, tuning in out in Naples, Florida. Our broadcast is interactive on the YouTube channel. Turnaround shot in the lane, no good by Segnia, and the rebound controlled by the Trojans. But we're interactive. You can chat in on the stream. Any comments, questions? We're more than happy to take them here this afternoon. Glad that you're all with us here today from River Grove. Callaghan, left wing. He's been playing well as of late in this stretch for the Trojans. Looking down low for Elise, but that pass off target, and Marshalltown will have possession. Again, a couple differences on this roster, both teams from the first meeting. So we'll see how this game plays out. A couple guys each way, not in uniform for both teams from the first meeting back in December. Turnaround, baseline, that jumper no good by Segnia. Here comes Sumnick down the lane. Swings it out ahead. Hamilton for 3. Too strong. And the rebound went right to Marshalltown. Down the lane, Knowles off the glass and in. The local product. Since Wally Knowles gets the Tigers on the board. Ryan Flack, the head coach of Marshalltown, took over summer of 2019. A Marshalltown alumni. He did play for the Tigers. So John Wood for a bit as an assistant down in Region 24, similar to John Clancy. So imagine the two know each other rather well. Also was a student assistant in Iowa State when Fred Hoiberg was the coach there. Of course, Hoiberg, the former Bulls coach, now at Nebraska. Elise makes that first free throw. Gideon Shango committed that foul. And Elise able to connect on both free throws to tie the game at 2. Roberts. Shango swings it back out. Senegal, that three is short. Hamilton the rebound. Man-to-man shown by Marshalltown. McKeithen for three, it's good.
Three-point field goal number 23.
Good to see him get his shot early on. McKeithen, 44% from long distance on the year, his 46-3, and Triton is up 5-2, and inside the two-handed dunk by Nuha Segnia. He's out of Gambia. Averaging just over 12 a game for Marshalltown. As a team, they average 69 a game. McKeithen hits again. McKeithen on his pace for his 13.3 a game. Again, the Trojans very explosive offensively. They average just under 90 a game. Long shot, no good there, and Calican the rebound. Up top around a Subnik screen. Patrick gets it back. He'll fire away and connects. 10-4 Trojans, a couple threes back-to-back. McKeithen and Subnik. Now firing away, looking to answer. Roberts misconnects. Elise the rebound. McKeithen has an opening, but he'll circle it back out. Hamilton, left wing, picked up by Knowles. Looking inside, opening up that baseline was Calican. Hamilton looked to take the baseline, lost the handle, wanted a foul, and didn't get the call. Now a three ball is good by Roberts. And the lead is cut in half. Roberts, 26% from downtown, just averaging 16 a game. Marshalltown is a team shooting 30% from long distance, but they're within 3. Calican up top, looking to spin at the elbow, now out to Subnik. Subnik looking to bounce it in, feeds it to Elise, battling inside, the reverse is short. Loose ball, Calican recovers, in the paint, out, Subnik for three, it's good! Patrick Subnik, the West Virginia commit, he's already signed to go play for Bob Huggins next season. The lead doubles back up to 6 for the Trojans. Down the lane, Roberts with the left hand, no good. Dalen Hamilton on the run for the Trojans. 1 against 2. Hamilton, yes, and a foul. And that was a good job by Subnik. He had his hand up there, and that nearly would have been offensive goaltending, but he was able to get his hand away from the basketball to stay out of trouble. And that bucket dropped in for Hamilton. Hamilton out of Houston, Texas, the 6'3" freshman. 76% from the line on the year. As a team, the Trojans are shooting 70%. And the three-point play. 9-point Triton advantage. They've scored the last 6. They showed a full court man. Substitutions made by Marshalltown and the Trojans as well. Kobe Montgomery now in for Triton, in for Elise. Alassane Bowie in for Marshalltown as well, number 31. Senegal missed the 3, and the loose ball foul will be on the Tigers. Bowie, he's also out of Gambia, and also Eli Elston is in. He committed that foul. 6'3" freshman out of Auburn, Alabama. So he's familiar with the Tiger nickname very well. 5 minutes gone by. 9-point Trojan lead. Good beginning here for the Trojans. Again, it's been a tough stretch for them lately. A lot of hard-fought physical games. Good to see them off to the start so far here this afternoon. Sumnick missed the 3, but Calican runs down the rebound. Pull up, Montgomery off the back rim. Sumnick back tapped the rebound in the corner and out of bounds. It will go to Marshalltown. Trojans show the full court man once again. Again, more some token pressure, not full blast, full court. Just enough to allow Marshalltown to burn some time off the clock. Little dribble handoff to Senegal. He'll drive it, missed it, rebound, back tap to Montgomery. Montgomery motors ahead, lost the handle, out of bounds. It'll be Marshalltown basketball. Trojans to the bench. Brandon Mutu will enter in for Hamilton. Mutu, the 6'3" freshman out of Calgary, Alberta. Transfer from Vincennes University. 9-point Triton lead here early on. Elston up top, picked up by McKeithen. Nas with it to Senegal. Now they swing it right wing. Elston. Good defense. McKeithen got his hands out there and pried it loose for the steal. And another 3.
Point field goal number 23,
McKeithen, his second from downtown. And the Trojans, just like that, have built a 12-point lead. Triton has scored the last 9 in a row after Marshalltown got it down to a 10-7 game. And another steal. McKeithen saves it. Calican has it, and the Trojans will set things up in the half court. Calican, he'll fire for 3, short. Rebound Marshalltown, picked up by Knowles. Now a 3, left wing, that's good. Set Wally Knowles.
Number 21, Set Wally Knowles.
Knowles, not much stat-wise, just averaging close to 3 a game, but got the start today and drilled that one, probably more for the homecoming. Calican missed the 3. Rebound claimed by Elston. Now the Tigers looking to push it, and now they'll back it out here a bit. They had numbers momentarily. Feed inside. Sagnia pulls up, no good, and out of bounds. It'll be Triton ball. And substitutions both ways. Elise back in, along with John Itunis is in for the Trojans. 6'3" freshman out of Stevenson High School. Transfer from UW Whitewater.
Roberts, number 3, returns.
Roberts back in for Marshalltown. Number 22, Razmir Hamzik out of Bosnia. He's in as well. And also Laverius Hampton, who's out of Indiantown, Florida for Marshalltown. 6'7", freshman.
Razmir Hamzik with the foul, his first, team 4th.
Itunis will inbound. Lob in to Subnick. Back inside Elise. That's easy pickings, but he wasn't able to finish it. Boy, that's one you got to finish right there. That was a big mismatch right there. Just got to elevate that ball a little higher. Now they'll try again. The Trojans trigger it in. Subnick spins in the lane. And didn't hear the whistle, but there is a call. A foul is on Laverius Hampton.
His first, team 5th. At the free throw line for the Trojans, number
15 foul on Marshalltown. So Sumnick at the line, he'll get 2. There was a lot of traffic that was blocking me there in front, but I couldn't quite tell if it was a tie-up or a foul, but they called the foul. Sumnick, he'll get 1 more free throw. He's averaging 74% on the year from the foul line. Sumnick averaging 10 points a game. Trojans have built the lead now to 11 as J.J. Calican re-enters. Just under 12 minutes remaining here in the first half. Tim McKinney, great to have you with us here this afternoon for Triton Men's Basketball live from the Robert Collins Center. On the attack, out of control was Roberts, and Calican gets the loose ball. Doesn't have numbers. Good pass inside, but Itunes couldn't handle it, but it's saved by Mutu, and he scores. And the Trojans have opened up a 13-point lead. Feed inside. In trouble was Hamzik. And there's going to be a whistle and a foul called on the Trojans.
Triton College foul number 10, J.J. Calican, his first.
Calican gets called for the foul.
Dylan Hamilton, number 11, returns for the Trojans.
As we mentioned, Indian Hills is at Highland today, and Highland has an early 15-12 lead midway through the first half out in Freeport. So we'll keep you posted on that one. Itunes baseline. Down the lane, Elise left it short. And we're going to have a jump ball, I believe. Yes, we will. So off the arrow, the Trojans will keep possession.
Wally Niles, number 21, also back in the game for the Tigers.
Calican inbound, and that 3 ball is drained by Hamilton. Well designed off the inbound, and he drilled the open 3, and the Trojans have a 16-point lead. Extended ball pressure. Good defense there by Calican to pry it loose. Ball out of bounds, and Marshalltown will keep it. Trey Senegal re-enters in for the Tigers. So this was a 10-7 game at one point, and the Trojans have gone on a 16-3 run, and a lot of it's been sparked by some three-point shooting by our array of Trojans. Hamilton, Sumner has hit one, McKeithen's hit a couple within this run. Trojans will re-inbound. Baseline to the right of their basket. Subnik swings it out to Mutu. Flashing into his Hamilton, but wasn't quite open. Trojans have plenty of time to set something up. Hamilton on the drive, right down the lane. Kicks it out. Mutu, now McKeithen. Got it! And the foul! Tianta McKeithen! And he'll have a chance for the 4-point play.
And it was a foul.
And the Trojans now lead it by 19. Wow.
Montgomery checks back in for the Trojans at the free throw line.
Well, we're kind of wondering how Triton might come out in this game because they really didn't play. You know, they had some sloppy moments against Malcolm X the other night, but they have come out on fire. The long-range shot has been the difference. McKeithen gives the Trojans a 20-point lead. Corner three, that's way off, no good, but Marshalltown able to claim the rebound. Elston, now Roberts, back out to Senegal for three, and that's good.
3-point field goal, number 10, Trey Senegal.
30-13. Down the lane, losing the handle. Hamilton got stripped, and a loose ball claimed by Roberts. Naws. Now Roberts drew the contact and the foul.
Trojan foul, number 11, Dalen Hamilton, his first, team second.
Hamilton commits the foul, his first, only the team's second.
Free throw line, number 3, David Roberts.
And also great to have Triton President Mary Rita Moore in attendance here this afternoon. Had a nice chat with the president. Stopped by the broadcast table here to say hello, and always good to chat with President Moore. And always good to chat with you as well, George Fate, as well. But you didn't stop by the broadcast table like the president did. 16-point game. 9 minutes to go, first half. Turnover. Good effort there by Roberts, but he lost the ball right back. Now Hamilton for three. No. Up strong. Sumnick, count it, and one. That's a good, solid rebound there by Sumnick. Went up high, strong, and was able to put it back in and get the foul. Trojans are playing very good right now. Sumnick will have a chance for a three-point play. It's been all Triton so far here this afternoon. 33-14 now to score. Good ball pressuring defense there by Hamilton. High dribble there by Roberts. He maintains it and threw it away. Sumnick picks it up. Now the swing pass into Hamilton. Looking to go behind the back for Kobe Montgomery, but it was deflected out last by Marshalltown. Trojans will inbound beneath their own basket. Lob into Sumnick. Looking for Elise. He got held up big time, but I think they're going to call the foul the other way on D'Angelo. They will. They're going to call a hook on him.
Foul was on track number 13, D'Angelo Elise, his first, team third.
Third foul on the team. So McKeithen and Sumnick have set the early pace for the Trojans. 11 points apiece, so they have 22 of the 33. But Hamilton, not so bad. He has 7. So you got 29 of the 33 points from 3 different players. Roberts inside. Ball faked by Segnaya, and he drew the foul.
Trojan foul number 13, D'Angelo
Elise, his second.
team fourth at the free throw line, number 20, Lua Sengaya.
So Sagnaya at the line, he'll get 2, and that one bounces around a few times but doesn't fall in.
Brandon Luke, number 2, checks back.
Sagnaya on the year, a 62% free throw shooter. Marshalltown as a team shooting 68%. And he splits the pair, 33-15 Trojans. Under 8 minutes remaining, first half from the Collins Center. Baseline drive. Here comes Marshalltown. I have to, coach, tell them they got to check in down there. They've been coming by me. They're not going to see him. I have power, but not that much power. I've gotten to know all the Marshalltown players. They've just pretty much have checked in next to me instead of the exit midcourt. I can't get them in, but backing in. Good little move there, but well defended by Sumnick. as Segnaya couldn't go anywhere. Now he gets it back. Little ball fake, but I think he traveled. He did. It's good defense there by Subnik. Just made that very difficult for Segnaya to do anything with it. Indian Hills and Highland are tied at 18. They have 7 minutes remaining in the first half, just under 7. We have just over 7 remaining here. Down the lane, Calican from Sumnick, but he had it rejected. Rebound goes right back out to Roberts. Roberts down the lane, no. Rebound tipped up and a foul, and Marshalltown will get a pair. Good second effort diving in to get that tip attempt off the miss by Roberts. Sumnick his first, the 5th on the team. And Roberts, he'll get a pair of free throws. 73% on the year is Roberts, and he makes good on the first. Rashmir Hamzik re-enters, despite the couple fouls on him. Marshalltown just trying to stay within arm's length of the Trojans. Good rebound there by Senegal. He'll fire away. The 3 no good. And McKeithen the rebound. Montgomery down the lane, lost the handle, but it was stripped away by Nas. Trojans will inbound. They need to go down there. They keep coming to me. I think the referee's going to let them know. So they're going to get that cleared up. Lob into Montgomery. The ref let him in, so. But they need to go all the way down. Calican, little crossover dribble. Now swings it out, corner 3. McKeithen, no. Senegal the rebound. Now Hamzik will fire for 3 off the back rim. Rebound corralled by McKeithen. Works around a Sumnick screen. He'll pull up the long 2, no good. Hampton the board for the Tigers. Traveling violation there by Senegal. And Triton will have the ball back as we're going to have a timeout. Dalen Hamilton will check in, but John Clancy will call a timeout. 6:13 remaining in the first half. Trojans lead this one 33-16. Indian Hills, they lead Highland now 24-22. They have 4:30 remaining in the first half in Freeport. Big game for a lot of reasons. Because remember, Highland won at Indian Hills the first time they played. So if they could sweep 2 from Indian Hills, that's huge for them, possibly for at-large possibilities. And remember, in our region, Triton's the team that's ranked, not Highland. Of course, Triton beat Highland last Saturday out in Freeport. And we'll have Highland here a week from today. That's going to be our next broadcast on the Triton YouTube channel, as the Trojans will host Highland, men's game only, game time 3 p.m. next Saturday. But there will be a home game here Wednesday night at 7 versus Don Bosco Prep. No stream of that game, but we'll be live on the YouTube channel next Saturday. And again, keep updated on everything with athletics. Men's basketball, women's basketball. My ladies just clinched the number 1 seed the other night. We'll have home playoff basketball here for both the men and women. Follow us at TritonAthletics.com or on Twitter at Triton Trojans, the number 1. A lot of great basketball, a lot of wins this season. Women are 14-4, the men are 17-3. And on that drive, Hamilton threw it away. It was stolen by Ibalis. But Marshalltown gives it right back.
J.J. Callaghan, number 10, back in the lineup for the Trojans.
Trojans had a 20-point lead moments ago. It's now 17. See if they can finish this half strong and make it really hard on this Marshalltown team. Hamilton swings it out. Mutu closed out quickly by Hamzik. Swings it opposite corner. Good ball reversal. Shot clock winding down, and Hamilton missed the three. And the rebound claimed by Marshalltown. In the lane, tough shot, no good by Roberts. Here come the Trojans. Hamilton on the run. In the corner, McKeithen all alone, knocks it down for three. And when he's that wide open, that's pretty much money every time for McKeithen. He has 14 points, and the Trojans lead by 20 again, equaling their biggest lead of the afternoon. Down the lane, good look, Hamzik, and the layup is good by Hampton. Well executed right there by Marshalltown. 36-18, the Trojans lead under 5 minutes remaining in this opening half. Tim McKinney from the Collins Center. Great to have Phil Dorner back with us producing our stream this afternoon. And that jumper is good by Brandon Mutu. Phil all rested and ready to go up there today. Good to have Phil back with us for the stretch run. 20-point advantage again. Tough drive, and it's left short by Roberts. Here comes Triton. The lob, and McKeithen slams it home from Hamilton. And the lead is 22. 40-18, Triton. Under 4 minutes remaining in the half. It's been all Trojans this afternoon. And that shot block. Caracan got a hand on it. Sumnick the rebound. And here come the Trojans. Mutu got it for three. And Marshalltown has to call timeout. And it's 43-18, a 25-point Trojan lead.
Marshalltown a full timeout.
Well, some of the doubts about how Triton might look entering this game have been answered. It has been a marvelous first half for the Trojans. 3:28 to go before halftime, and the Trojans running away from Marshalltown. Indian Hills is up 28-24 on Highland with 2 minutes remaining in the first half in Freeport. But this is the first of an 8-game homestand. School record homestand in length. Begins tonight with Marshalltown. Wednesday night we'll have Bosco Prep here. Next Saturday, Highland will be here. Then we'll also have Wright, Kankakee, Bay, Southeastern. They'll all be here during this homestand, and then the home finale and of the regular season and of the homestand will be on February the 15th, a Tuesday night, against Daly College before the Trojans wrap up the regular season. February 19th, they'll have their rematch at Indian Hills. Of course, Indian Hills won here by 3 a couple weeks ago.
When we return to play, it'll be Marshalltown basketball.
But if you're John Clancy, you have to love the way your team has played here so far. 43-18. It's been a dominant display by Triton in this first half. In the lane, Roberts swings it out. That three ball, no good by Naws. Good deal on the closeout by McKeithen to make that three a little more difficult. Hamilton, the Trojans just sensing the kill. Swings it out. Mutu didn't have an open look, but they'll reset it. Calican, wide open was Subnik there in the lane, but he couldn't quite handle it. Marshalltown will have possession.
Number 31, Allison Bowie, checks back in for the Tigers.
Roberts to Bowie. Back to Roberts, now inside. Backing in. The reverse layup is good. Beautifully done by Nuhan Signaya. Nicely done in the lane by him. 43-20 in favor of the Trojans as we approach 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Mutu. He'll pull up for three. In and out. And a rebound by Knowles. They nearly turn it over. Roberts keeps control, unable to convert, but the rebound back tapped in. Roberts runs it down. Under 2 minutes left in the half. And that one poked loose. I believe Calican got a hand on it, and he did. Marshalltown will keep it. Kobe Montgomery will enter back in for Brandon Mutu. Despite a couple early ties, it's been all Triton here. It was a 10-7 game, and then they rattled off them 9 points in a row to build the lead to double figures and have built on the lead since. Bowie will get called for the loose ball foul, and it's going to put Triton at the free throw line. 8th team foul. Sumnick will get a 1-and-1. And John Clancy mentioning what I said about closing the half, telling his team close the half out. They have this Marshalltown team on the ropes here. You want to take away any will or hope from them that they could even make a rally in this game. Missed the second. And Bowie gets the board. 24-point advantage for the Trojans. Now 3 ball, that's off target by Elston. Rebound tapped and out of bounds. It'll be Triton ball.
Senegal, number 10, back in the lineup.
Senegal re-enters in for the Tigers. Trojans milking the clock. Hamilton looking for the opening, backs it out, swings it out to Montgomery. In the corner, Calican, 3, no, but Montgomery, the rebound, will get a fresh 20. And the Trojans will wisely pull it back out and reset. Excellent decision there offensively by the Trojans. McKeithen backs out a little bit too far there, but gets it down to Hamilton. 6 to shoot. Hamilton on Elston. Hamilton tied up. And off the arrow, the Trojans will have it. No, it will actually, no. It will be Marshalltown ball. 38.6 to go. They reached halftime in Freeport after Highland had the early 6-point lead. Indian Hills is now ended the half strong. They're up 10 on Highland, 34-24. They've reached halftime and a traveling violation against Marshalltown. So the Trojans will look to hold for the final shot of this first half. It's been all Triton. Hamilton against Elston. McKeithen down to 10. Now Montgomery. And there's going to be the offensive foul. Coach Flack was asking for one in front of us here on Hamilton. And they do call it on Montgomery. 4.8 remaining. Marshalltown will get it in. One final look in this half. Knowles had it stripped, loose ball. Signaya got the shot off, but they will wave it off. It will not count. I think Coach Flack is going to ask about that. But we'll go into the locker rooms, or classrooms, I should say, in this COVID world. 44-20. The Trojans lead it here at halftime. They have controlled this first half throughout. The three-point shooting has been the spark, led by Tiata McKeithen. Pat Sumnick had a big half as well. McKeithen had 16 in the first half. Sumnick with 12. Dalen Hamilton had 7 in the first half for the Trojans. The Trojans made 8 threes in that opening half. They were 8 for 18 from downtown. Sumnick was 2 for 3. McKeithen was 4 for 5 from long range, and that pretty much set the pace, and the Trojans have the big lead at halftime. 44-20, our score at the intermission. We'll take about a 10-minute break or so. We'll come back. We will have more first half numbers and the second half from the Collins Center. You're watching Triton College Basketball live on the Triton YouTube channel and TritonAthletics.com. Tim McKinney back here at the Robert Collins Center. Thank you for all being with us on this Saturday afternoon. The Trojans in control. They lead Marshalltown 44-20 here at the intermission. Let's take a look at some of the first half numbers. The shooting has been tremendous for the Trojans. Tianta McKeithen leading the way, 16 points, 6 of 8 shooting from the field, including 4 for 5 from three-point range. Patrick Sumnick, 12 points, 3 for 4 shooting, including 2 of 3 from three-point range. Brandon Mutu and Dalen Hamilton have 7. D'Angelo Elise with 2. So basically 42 of the 44 points are from 4 players for Triton in this first half. Marshalltown, first half, no one in double figures for them. They have a trio of players with 5 points. David Roberts, Nuha Signaya, and Santwali Nas have all 5 points apiece. Trey Senegal has 3, and Laverius Hampton has 2. Trojans in the first half shooting 14 of 29 from the field. They're 8 of 18 from 8 of 18 from 3, I should say. 8 of 9 from the foul line. So the Trojans shooting 48% in the first half as a team. Marshalltown shooting 28% as a team in the first half. They're 7 of 25, including 3 of 11 from three-point range. They're 3 of 6 from the foul line. Triton has out-rebounded Marshalltown 21-15 in the first half. Assist, 7 for the Trojans, 2 for Marshalltown. 11 turnovers for Marshalltown, 7 for Triton. And the Trojans, their biggest lead was 25 in the first half, and they lead by 24 as we begin half number 2 from River Grove. Tim McKinney, great to have you with us. Phil Dorner producing our stream this afternoon. Great to have you all here with us live on the Triton YouTube channel and TritonAthletics.com. McKeithen will fire away. That 3 ball no good. Rebound claimed by Marshalltown. Nas to Senegal. Both teams have their same starting 5 on the floor. That 3 ball no good by Senegal. Roberts, Senegal, Signaya, Nas, and Shango on the floor for Marshalltown. Trojans have on the floor Hamilton, Calican, Sumnick, McKeithen, and Elise. Calican up top with it. Pull up. No. Rebound claimed by Signaya. Again, the first of an 8-game homestand. Of the 8 games, we will be streaming 5 of them here live on the YouTube channel. Next stream will be next Saturday. Big Region 4 showdown, the championship rematch with Highland. Nice little running hook in the lane by Gideon Shango. First bucket for him this afternoon. 44-22 in favor of the Trojans. Sumnick, actually I should say McKeithen with it. Back to Sumnick now. Looking for the flash. There's the lob for Elise. Goes to the left. And he drew the foul. Thought he had that initial look to the right, but he then decided to reverse it to the left. And Signaya commits the foul. Elise at the line, he'll get 2 for the Trojans. Elise 67% on the year from the foul line. He'll get 1 more. Also, a big welcome to any of the 4-year coaches watching. We know many of you all tune into the streams as well. A lot of the D1 prospects on this Trojan squad, of course, have a couple have committed, but there's a lot of talent on this team, and We also welcome all of you to the broadcast as well. Down the lane, a good drive, and that bucket by Knowles is good. So, first 4 out of halftime have been scored by Marshalltown. And now they get a little energy defensively. Calican swings it right side. McKeithen gets it back from Sumnick. 3 to shoot. McKeithen for 3, no. And the rebound claimed by Signaya. And that 3 is good. Senegal, and like a cannon, 7 out of halftime. Here by Marshalltown, and a timeout, John Clancy. It'll be a 30. So Marshalltown has come out with some energy here to start this second half. In this opening 3 minutes, still the Trojans have a 17-point lead, but Marshalltown has a little life in them now. Now they're going to set the full court press up. McKeithen gets it back from Calican. JJ gets it across. Tried to get rid of it before the trap came. Rushed that pass just a bit. And a turnover, and Marshalltown has it. And again, this is what I think Coach Clancy saw happen the other night at Malcolm X. They played a good first half, had a big lead, and then played a bad second half. They had a 20-plus point lead against Malcolm X on Thursday night and basically played an even second half. That jumper no good, and the Trojans will have the ball back. Sumnick will trigger it into McKeithen. Ball pressuring defense now. Calican trapped, puts it on the deck. He's in trouble and got bailed out, and a foul call. And Coach Flack saying to the officials he just lost the ball. And I think Marshalltown may have a good argument there. Again, of course, we want Triton to win, but we like to try and call it fair here on our broadcast. Nice dish! Move to Sumnick for the two-handed dunk. And that ends a 7-0 run to open the half for Marshalltown. Triton finally on the board. It took them 3.5 minutes. That 3 ball well off, no good by Senegal, but Marshalltown able to keep it alive. In the lane, a big step by Signaya, but we'll play on. Roberts, shot clock winding down, fires and connects for 3. The lead is 16. Roberts now with 8, and that pressuring defense forces another turnover. And the layup is no good by Senegal, and out of bounds. It will stay with Marshalltown. And this is probably the part when, of course, the Trojans really, in a sense, don't have a true point guard since the season-ending injury to Kamari Wilson. So now this is the challenge with now Marshalltown trying to pressure the Trojans to see who can be strong and handle the basketball. McKeithen commits that foul. First on him, and now Roberts, actually it will be Shango at the line. He'll get 2. Gideon Shango at the line.
Shango will attempt 1 for free throw. John Itunis, number 20, checks back in.
Shango, 72% on the year. So John Itunis checks back in for the Trojans. So Marshalltown has chipped away here early in this second half. And it's now a 14-point game. Here comes the pressure, but the Trojans able to break it. The lob for Subnik from Mutu. Subnik left it short. Montgomery missed the follow, and the rebound, and there's going to be a foul, loose ball foul. No, I thought there would be a foul, and Marshalltown can't believe it. They called a travel on Knowles. Okay. Well, sometimes we'll take a home call here and there. Sometimes we don't get them very often here, to be honest with you. Lob in, McKeithen runs it down. McKeithen out the Mutu, open three, that's well off. And the rebound by Signaya. And not the start to this second half that the Trojans wanted. A 24-point lead down to 14. That three ball short by Roberts, and Marshalltown will maintain possession. Indian Hills leading Highland 40-28. 6 minutes into the second half in Freeport. Roberts, a nice drive, but McKeithen there to swat it away.
Stay right there.
Knowles will inbound. Feed in to Shango. Looking to back in, swings it out, shot clock winding down. That three is good. Holding the follow through. Trey Senegal, and now it's down to an 11-point game. Here comes the pressure. Triton had some issues, but somehow they get it across. McKeithen. That's a travel, I thought, but they're going to call a travel. I thought. If they would have called a foul against Marshalltown, their bench would have exploded. So within the first 5.5 minutes of this half, a 24-point lead has been slashed down to 11. And maybe this was the part that John Clancy was worried about entering today. Now another three. It's good again by Senegal. And the lead has been trimmed to 8. And a lot of confusion here on who's going to inbound the ball. And now McKeithen runs it down to Hamilton. Here comes the pressure. And now the Marshalltown bench comes to life. Hamilton nearly lost the handle. Hamilton still dribbling around Elise's screen. McKeithen fakes the three. He'll back baseline. McKeithen now back to Hamilton. 10 to shoot and a foul on Marshalltown. On Roberts.
Tiger foul number 3. David Roberts, his third. Team foul.
That's the third on Roberts. It was 44-20 at halftime. An 18-2 run to open the second half by Marshalltown. Boy, how this game has swung in a hurry when it seemed to be that Triton had it well under control. And we're going to have a push-off, player control foul on Hamilton. And that's been a call that Coach Black asked for the first half, and he got it there.
Tiger basketball.
The tug of the jersey. And now this can really get interesting here now. They got to get on Senegal. He's been red hot. He's hit 2 in a row. Elston, he'll drive the lane. Inside, running hook is good by Shango, and it's down to a 6-point game. Unbelievable. And there's a lot of time left in this game. Mutu. Now Hamilton, the three is short. Elise follows, counted and one. And a much needed basket for the Trojans. Someone has to put out the fire. Elston commits the foul. Elise, he'll have a chance for the three-point play. You know, John Clancy has not called a timeout. He's trying to see if his team can play through this. Sometimes you have to test them and see how they can respond in adversity. But give Marshalltown a lot of credit for the way they have fought back, and there's a foul on Hamilton up top on Knowles.
Hamilton, his third, team third.
Well, when we thought this was just going to be a easy stroll in the park, Marshalltown has come fighting back here in this second half. And I will tell you, I was not expecting to see this. You figure a team would make a run, but not to this degree. Ball deflected by Hamilton. Elise on the floor for the loose ball. Still loose, and we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
But this pressuring defense by Marshalltown has given the Trojans trouble. It has made them really rush their offense. Nine to shoot for Marshalltown. They get it in. Knowles, I don't think he realized the shot clock's winding down. Senegal inside, pump fake, and a foul as the shot clock expired. Segnaya drew the foul. Elise commits it. And that's going to be number 3 on him. Segnaya will get 2 free throws for Marshalltown.
Number 20, Segnaya at the free throw line.
Seven-point game. Trojans have only scored 5 points in this second half. Here comes that pressure. Mutu, now to Hamilton. McKeithen. McKeithen driving. In the corner, Mutu, no. Missed the 3, out of bounds. The Trojans will have it. McKeithen gets the lob in. Looking to curl in, fades away, and gets the bounce. Lead is 9. See if the Trojans can settle down and build the lead back up again. 3 ball. Missed that time. A heat check for Senegal. And it's loose on the floor and kept alive by Knowles. Oh, they went for the back door. Coach Clancy saw it coming, called it out, and McKeithen got the steal off the deflection. Now driving Hamilton in the corner, open look, Mutu! He drills the 3! And the lead is 12 for the Trojans. Trojans have scored the last 5. Floater blocked. Loose ball, good. Hampton after the initial block by Calican. Well, we got ourselves a ball game here. McKeithen for 3. That rimmed short. Rebound claimed by Shango. Knowles. Now Senegal, they'll swing it and reverse it. Elston looking. Up top the Gnaws. Foul line extended. Pulling up now. Senegal left it short. We do have a whistle. What's going to be the call? Bodies on the floor, and the foul will be on Laverius Hampton of Marshalltown. Number 2 on him as we approach the midway point of this second half. A 24-point halftime lead for Triton, down to 10. They're midway through the second half in Freeport. Games going on simultaneously. Indian Hills leading Highland in Freeport 45-30. We'll have Highland here next Saturday on the YouTube channel and TritonAthletics.com. Pull up, Sumnick, no. Signaya the rebound. As we pass the midway point of this second half, Tim McKinney live from the Robert Collins Center. Phil Dorner producing our stream today. Great to have you with us here from the Robert Collins Center in River Grove, Illinois. On that drive, we're going to have a foul on the Trojans on Mutu on the attack by Roberts, and he'll get a pair.
Trojan foul number 2, Brandon Mutu. That's his first, team 5th. At the free throw line, number 3, David Roberts.
Again, Triton at one point led by as many as 25. They had a 43-18 lead at one point in this game. It was 44-40 at halftime, and all of a sudden, Marshalltown just came out swinging. They got it down to 7, 49-42. Lead is now 9. They can make it 8 on this second attempt for Roberts, and he does. The ball pressure. Trojans do get it across just before the 10 count. But now the shot clock winding down, as you can see on your screen. Montgomery will pull up. No good. Rebound saved underneath to Segnaya. And now they have a chance to get it as close. The closest they've been since being down big. Segnaya. Gnaws, the runner, no, tip, no. Rebound controlled by Triton. On the run, Mutu ahead, Montgomery missed, and here comes Marshalltown. Gnaws, 3 on 2, Roberts for 3, well off. Rebound Elston. Back to Roberts, down the lane, counted and 1. It's down to a 6-point game, and he can make it 5 if he converts on the 3-point play. Sumnick his second. And again, only 10 points in this second half for the Trojans. Mutu is out, McKeithen back in. Roberts at the line for the 3-point play. And he converts, and the 24-point halftime lead is down to 5. 29-10. Marshalltown has outscored the Trojans in this second half. Boy, talk about a flip of the script. 3 ball. That's good and much needed by Dalen Hamilton. He has 10. Lead back up to 8. Now another 3. That's short. Roberts missed and Calican the rebound. When we figure these Iowa games, we're going to be good. We thought maybe of the 3, this team on paper is the weakest of the 3 division Iowa teams. Record-wise shows it as well. Calican missed the 3, but again, it's been very competitive after it appeared to be a rout on the drive. They're going to call a foul on Calicon as Elston on his way up draws the personal. Again, Marshalltown came in 10-13. Trojans beat them by 23 the first time they played out in Iowa and had a big lead here at halftime, and Marshalltown has come storming back to make this a ball game.
Elston will attempt one more free throw.
We're under 8 minutes remaining here in this second half. But it's exciting to have some different opponents, some different teams. This was part of the move to Division I Met, was to have an opportunity to play some different schools and some new challenges. It sometimes breeds some light and levity because, as we've known, there really hasn't been much resistance to the men's basketball program within the Region 4. And we'll still have Southeastern here. That's going to be on Super Bowl Sunday as part of the homestand. 2 o'clock game on February the 13th, so it'll be before the game. We'll have a back-to-back that weekend with Bay and Southeastern in the middle part of that 8-game homestand. Subnick is fouled, but they'll call it on the floor. No shot.
Fouls on number 5. Eli Elston is third, team 6th.
Eli Elston commits the foul. They don't see you because they're not by the X, so you got to get a little closer for them to see you.
Senegal, number 10, back in for the Tigers.
Senegal back in, asking to get in, but again, he was down by me. Lob in, Subnick. Looking to get it back to Elise. It was deflected, and it's picked off by Senegal. 7-point ball game and a lot of time left. This is far from over. When you thought things were well in hand. But again, that's what makes sport of college basketball such a great game. You just don't know. Pull up, Senegal, short. In the corner, out of bounds, the Trojans will have possession. Boy, Indian Hills going on a huge run. They're now up 53-30 on Highland in the second half. They have 8 minutes remaining in Freeport. And Highland had a 6-point lead early in that game. But Indian Hills is taking control. Kind of the counter opposite of what has happened here. They've had a close game turn into a blowout. We've had a blowout turn into a close game. Elise inside scores for 2, and the lead is 9 for Triton. But the clock is the Trojans' friend if they can run it correctly. But Roberts has had a very good second half. Very good game in general for him. The freshman guard out of St. Louis, that layup makes it a 7-point game. Roberts has 15. Timeout on the floor. Marshalltown, 6:34 remaining in this second half. 59-52 in favor of the Trojans. Marshalltown had a 2-point lead early in the game in the first minute and a half. Only time they led, and Triton has basically led since that point. Again, they had as big of a lead as 25 with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. A 24-point lead at halftime. And again, the pressuring defense has given the Trojans some fits here. 15 points only for the Trojans in this second half. And again, a reminder, our next broadcast on the Triton YouTube channel will be a week from today, same time as today, 3 p.m. start. Triton men will take on Highland. Women are on the road next week at Olive Harvey and at Bethel. Next women's stream is scheduled for February the 10th, Thursday night, part of a doubleheader with Kankakee that will be streaming here live on the Triton YouTube channel. At every playoff game, since now we know higher seed will host in the region, every home playoff game we will have here streaming live. So the Trojans have possession after the timeout. Hamilton, that's an offensive foul. That one was quite obvious. Just can't lead out with that arm like that. Fourth on Hamilton, that's a big foul. And now Brandon Mutu will re-enter for the Trojans.
Checking back in is number 2, Brandon Muntu. Marshalltown basketball.
So again, Marshalltown a chance to trim this closer. They did get it down to 5 at one point in this second half after being down 24 at the break. And that's a turnover off the hands of Segnaya. And Triton will have it. 6 minutes exactly remaining in this second half. McKeithen, he'll pull it out. You just want to balance airing some clock out a little bit and being patient. McKeithen lost the handle, but it will stay with the Trojans. 15 to shoot.
Trojan basketball.
Lob in, they were looking for Elise, and the pass was picked off. Segnaya with it, and he'll give it to a guard. Senegal now to Roberts. Elston, bounce pass to Senegal, actually to Segnaya. Spins in the lane, and they're going to have a foul on the Trojans. Elise, number 4 on him. Ninth on the team, but it was in the act of shooting, so it will be 2 regardless for Nuha Segnaya out of the Pipeline, Gambia. 6'10", 210 freshman. Yeah, they got a lot of international guys on this team. Spain, a couple from Gambia, Bosnia, the Congo, Montenegro, Venezuela, and to even it out, they do have one player from Iowa actually on the team. Do have one from Iowa. 1 of 2, 59-53. Got to balance it out somehow. McKeithen, Sumnick, back to McKeithen. Now 3-ball, Montgomery, he knocks it down. A huge 3 for Kobe Montgomery. Gives the Trojans some breathing room. It's a 9-point game. Roberts, jump stop, sealed off by Calico. Coach Clancy wanted a 3-second call. Off the screen, Senegal, a little out of control, and it's going to go to Triton. Boy, Indian Hills putting it to Highland right now. 63-34. Highland has been in, they've only scored 10 points in the second half themselves. Speaking of offensive struggles, they're about 20 seconds more on the clock in Freeport compared to here. And both games going on simultaneously. Trojans will be at Indian Hills February 19th to end the regular season. Elston commits the hand check on McKeithen.
Eli Elston with the foul, his 4th, team 7.
Number 4 on Elston, 1-1, and McKeithen will be at the line for Triton.
At the free throw line for the Trojans.
10-point game. And McKeithen makes good on both free throws, and the lead back up to double figures for the Trojans. An 11-point margin, 4 minutes left. Roberts, he'll pull up for 3, well short, and now they had that hot stretch of threes in the second half, and now they're forcing some up, and they've been well short. Marshalltown will inbound. Roberts in the corner, picked up by McKeithen. Roberts slices in, and that's a beautiful move by David Roberts.
Roberts.
17 now for Roberts. 3-possession game. Trojans will milk time off the clock. Calicon now to McKeithen. Spins in the lane, little pump off the glass, no. Tried to follow it, couldn't hang on to it, did Tianta, and it's controlled by Marshalltown, by Signaya. Still time for Marshalltown to rally here. Little backdoor, and that shot's good by Shango, and Coach Black will call a timeout. The lead is 7. It will be a 30-second timeout charged to Marshalltown. 64-57 is our score. Again, Don Bosco Prep will be here Wednesday night at the Collins Center. 7 p.m. start. There will be no stream Wednesday, so if you want to check the game out, come out in person. Fans are permitted here at the Collins Center. You just have to wear a mask, and no food and drink are allowed inside the gym.
Next home basketball game this Wednesday, February 2nd against the Dons of Don Bosco.
And then we'll be back here again Saturday. Region 4 showdown with Highland a week from this afternoon, 3 p.m. I'll have the call live on the Triton YouTube channel and TritonAthletics.com. And speaking of Highland, they trail Indian Hills 67-36 with under 3 minutes left. So after Indian Hills lost to Highland in the first meeting out in Ottumwa, Indian Hills is getting their revenge big time today. McKeithen in the post, Sumnick out the Calicon, the 3, no good. Up high to foul, Montgomery, no. Sumnick, yes! Will they count the bucket? No, they won't. They're going to call the push on Sumnick. Third on him. And again, this one's not a done deal yet. We got 2:34 to go, a 7-point lead, and that foul will put Shango at the line for 2. As now the Trojans, that's their team's 10th, so Marshalltown will get 2 free throws the rest of the way. So a couple big free throws here for Marshalltown to knock this lead down closer, but Shango cannot convert on the first. Then after the game, we will chat with Triton head coach John Clancy, possibly a player. We'll see how things go. Both free throws missed by Shango. They'll extend the ball pressure. Roberts on Mutu. Isolated. Angling right. Floor clearing out. Mutu crosses over to dribble. And now John Clancy will call a timeout with the shot clock winding down. 8 seconds to shoot. 2:12 remaining in regulation. Full timeout Trojans. 7-point Triton lead. So we'll see what the Trojans design here with the limited time on the shot clock. So they're winding down in Freeport. Indian Hills well on their way to winning.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Daniel and Michael Patucci, who graduated from Triton College recently.
.212 to go. I gave him a T-shirt. That was my graduation gift.
Such a nice gift.
Way to open the wallet, Tim.
Yeah, well, they give me that unlimited budget around here in the sports information office. Any contributions I'll take to the Tim McKinney Foundation to help the further the education of any future Triton student. Don't you like that there? We should like that. Like they used to have that MVP they would donate to the scholarship fund. We should have that like a sponsor. And what do we have here? It'll be a foul on Marshalltown. Shot clock winding down, and Calicon's going to get a couple. Signaya commits the foul. 2:06 left. Calicon did hit the deck pretty hard. Officials will give everybody a moment to recollect themselves and get organized here at the foul line. So 1-1. Calicon will get the bonus. Trojans have been up and down from the free throw line most of the year, but at times have made them when they needed to. But 1 of 2 right there, and still a glimmer of hope for Marshalltown, down 8 with 2 minutes to go. Driving, and Sumnick got the block on Senegal, and we got a foul on the Tigers. On Signaya, he'll get the personal. And this is going to put Triton at the free throw line. And I think Marshalltown doesn't have an issue with the foul, but who they called the foul on. As they believe they might have called it on the wrong player. So Signaya will get called for the foul, his third. A 1-1, and Montgomery missed. But the Trojans get the offensive rebound. McKeithen looking for space. Swings it to Sumnick. 17-footer, no. And we got a push off inside. If it's on Elise, that's number 5 on him. And it is. So D'Angelo Elise, he'll foul out of the game with 7 points. It has gone final in Freeport. Indian Hills impressively over Highland, 69-39 the final. And Indian Hills was down 18-12 in that game in the first half. And Highland only scores 21 points the rest of the game. George Castle would appreciate that lockdown defensive effort. Oh, my. One more free throw. It's a 6-point game. Again, the Trojans led by as many as 24 for those of you just joining us. Marshalltown got it down to 5 around the midway point of this second half, and the Trojans have done just enough to hang on to this lead as we approach a minute remaining. Mutu trapped. Floated that pass, but McKeithen runs it down, and a foul. And after you play all that defense, you get that body foul with 6 to shoot. 1:01 left. Fourth on Roberts, and it's the 9th team foul. So this will be the final 1-and-1 opportunity for the Trojans. Actually, it's the team's 10th, because I don't think that last foul that was discussed, where there was the confusion about who the number was on, that foul was not counted on the team total. So it'll be 2 shots for McKeithen. Eight-point game. Long 3. Short by Roberts. Signaya runs it down, saved it, and it was last off of Triton out of bounds. So apparently one of the fans said something, who's behind the Marshalltown bench, a little derogatory toward the official, and he's been asked to be removed. And we do have Triton police here on standby to help keep the peace. And this gentleman will be asked to be removed. And while that's going on, that shot's no good. Calicott got the rebound and got it out to McKeithen, who drew the foul with 43.1 to go.
Marshalltown foul number 10, Trey Senegal, is first.
Senegal commits the foul. McKeithen will get 2. So the Trojans didn't make this one easy on themselves in this second half. But it appears the Trojans will hang on, as now Marshalltown will call a timeout. 43.1 remaining. It'll be a full timeout. Marshalltown, 68-59. Trojans have the lead. We'll step aside for a quick break. We'll have the finish after this on the Triton College YouTube channel. Tim McKinney back here at the Robert Collins Center. Phil Dorner running our stream here today.
When we return to play at the free throw line is number
Trojans looking to put the finishing touches on this one. They had to work a bit here in this second half. Give Marshalltown a lot of credit for the way they came back and rallied. They trailed by as many as 25 at one point, 24 at halftime. Got it all the way down to a 5-point game, but the Trojans will hang on. Two-handed dunk by Sagnaya. 69-61. Pressure, and we're going to have a foul, 25.2 to go. Nas commits the foul.
At free throw line number 2, Brandon
Mutu will get a pair. Trojans even won't contest the rebound if he misses the second. So the Trojans will improve to 18-3. They'll have Don Bosco here Wednesday night. Marshalltown will fall to 10-14. And we'll get the thoughts of John Clancy once this one is done. I don't know how things went the second half. If I'll have a player or not, we'll find out. We'll leave that decision to coach. Double dribble called.
The basketball goes back to the Trojans.
16.4 to go. And Marshalltown will bring the pressure. Triton will just have to get it across, and they do. And now they can just dribble it out. McKeithen has the ball, and the clock will wind down, and the Trojans are going to sneak out of here with the win. A big lead was chopped down to 5. But the Trojans do hang on and win this one, 71-61. Trojans improved to 18-3 on the year, while Marshalltown falls to 10-14. So the Trojans do get the victory. Game 1 of this 8-game homestand. Triton victorious here this afternoon.
And on behalf of Triton College and Associate Vice President of Athletics, Mr. Garrett Ibasesian, would like to thank you for attending this afternoon's game and for supporting Trojan Athletics.
And we're going to see if we do get
Be kind to one another.
Coach Clancy.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah. We're just going to get Coach over, because I don't think how that second half went. I don't know what we could. So, all right, we'll pass the headset to Coach Clancy here. And, well, this was kind of almost like deja vu. We'll let you get it fixed up there. Yeah.
It's like the second half.
I was going to say
a struggle getting the headset on, like a struggle was for the second
Yeah,
half.
well, it was kind of almost like you talked about Malcolm X the other. You have a big first half, and then things kind of got out of sorts the second half. And give Marshalltown a lot of credit for the way they came out in this second half. They just came out on fire, and but a 24-point lead gets whittled down to 5. It's not very comforting on the bench, I would imagine.
No, it's not. And you got to give a ton of credit to Marshalltown. Honestly, I didn't expect to be up 24 at half in this game. This is a team that's taken Southeastern Iowa to the wire and Indian Hills. So I thought we played, for as good as we played in the first half, we played equally as bad in the second half. And we got to learn lessons through this. Now, we could have let it completely unravel, and they had a chance to make it 4-6. So I'm proud of the way that we finished, winning by 10. But obviously, it's an issue that has come up often this year of us kind of taking whatever it is, the first few minutes of the second half, giving other teams belief when we have built up first half leads. So something we got to fix, because it's going to cost us a game coming down the wire.
Plus how quickly they whittled that lead down, there was a lot of time left. So to the team's credit, despite how quickly that lead evaporated, they were able to do enough with all that time left to still hang on and win this game.
Yeah, we had incredible defensive energy in the first half. And it's a mindset thing. We had it the other night against Malcolm, too, where we're up, and then our defensive energy subsides. And our defensive energy is what gives us juice on the other end of the floor. So it's an issue that we're going to have to address through film and through practice. But I'm glad, we could have let it completely spiral. We had some guys make some composed plays down the stretch when things got a little bit frenzied. I thought Pat Sumnick was really, really good today.
Yeah.
I thought Brandon Muntu gave us, some stability there at the point guard spot. It's been very difficult for us, Tim, I'm not going to lie, since not having Kamari Wilson.
Yeah, we talked about that during the game because I think when they came out with that pressuring man in that second half, how they came out with that at the half court, that was really tough for you guys to handle at times in the second half.
Yeah, we weren't organized, and then we had the two bigs on the floor, and we haven't really worked on a press offense against that with the two bigs. So some things that are glaring that we need to work on because if a team's scouting us, I'm guessing we're going to see press and pressure probably throughout. So we got to do a better job of handling that. But I thought Brandon Muntu, Tiante McKeithen steadied us a little bit there in the second half, and then I thought Sumnick had a special day, and we stayed together.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be easy. Marshalltown has 3 Division I bigs, and they have one of the better guards in Iowa, and he got going in the second half. We held them to 2 in the first half. He had 15 in the second half. That's David Roberts.
Yeah.
So our defensive energy just has to be better throughout, and I'm glad we at least gutted it out and stayed together in the end.
Let's just talk about the positive, because the first half, it just seemed like everything was in a flow, everything was in a rhythm, that you guys were just on your game in that first half.
Yeah, I thought, honestly, that's probably the best 20 we've played.
Yeah.
And so there's good. There's good. We know we can. I told the guys at half, we look like a top 5 team in America. Now, in the second half, we're probably not anywhere near the top 100. So it's kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The big thing with our guys is consistency, and it's more of our mentality than anything else. I know it's hard to play with a lead. We've got to do a better job of that because hopefully, again, against a good opponent, we'll have a lead and we'll learn to have that killer instinct to put somebody away.
But at least it's good. One final to get the win. It's this is the first of 8 in a row here, so you want to take advantage of that. It's good that the team, especially during this time of year of horrible weather, they don't have to really travel for a while, so you got a bunch of games here to get at least the homestand off on a winning start.
No, and it's against a quality Division I program. I know their record isn't that impressive, but again, that's a well-coached team with really good bigs and guards. If you would have told me the final score was 71-61 prior, I would have signed up for it. I probably wouldn't have signed up for that second half, but that's JUCO basketball sometimes. We'll continue to work to get those things figured out.
All right, John, appreciate the time as always.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, John Clancy, head coach of the Trojans, after their 71-61 win here this afternoon over Marshalltown. Again, it wasn't easy, but they got the job done. And again, this Marshalltown team, as you heard Coach say, they have a lot of talent and can do a lot of things. So them rallying the way they did, especially, Triton played outstanding in the first half to build a 24-point lead, but Marshalltown fought back. They outscored the Trojans 41-27 in the second half. Let's take a look at some of the stats here this afternoon. For the Trojans scoring, all scorers were led. Tianta McKeithen, he had 24 points to lead Triton on 7 of 13 shooting from the field. Again, he was 4 for 8 from 3. After the Trojans made 8 threes in the first half, they only made 3 as a team in the second half. Pat Sumnick, had a solid game, 14 points, 6 rebounds for the soon-to-be West Virginia Mountaineer. Dalen Hamilton, he had 10 points. Brandon Muntu had 12. Dalen Hamilton finished with 7. Kobe Montgomery had 3 and a point from the foul line for J.J. Calicon. That was the scoring for the Trojans this afternoon. Marshalltown, they were led by David Roberts. He had a really nice game for them. He had 17 points to lead the way on 4 assists for Marshalltown. Trey Senegal had 14, including 4 3-pointers. He went on that little mini tear in the second half that got Marshalltown right back in the game. Nuha Segnia, he had 10 points, 13 rebounds for Marshalltown this afternoon. Those were the 3 in double figures. Gideon Shango had 8. Satwali Nas had 7. Laverius Hampton 4. Eli Elston had 1. That was the scoring for Marshalltown. The Trojans shot 21 of 52 from the field, 40%. They were 11 of 29 from 3. 18 of 23 from the foul line. Marshalltown was 20 of 53 from the field, 37%, so a better shooting second half for Marshalltown. 7 of 25 from 3, 14 of 21 from the foul line. Trojans out-rebounded Marshalltown 38 to 33. So some of the numbers here today. Again, it was 44 to 20. Trojans up at halftime. Marshalltown outscored them 41 to 27, 71-61 the final. Again with the win. Trojans are now 18 and 3. The loss, Marshalltown 10 and 14. Triton will be home Wednesday to take on Don Bosco Prep at 7. No stream Wednesday night. We will be back here on the Triton YouTube channel a week from today. Big Region 4 showdown, possibly the championship preview. Highland will be in town. They lost to Indian Hills today by 30, so they're not going to be happy coming in here next Saturday. 3 p.m. tip. We'll have it here live on the Triton YouTube channel. Big thank you to Phil Dorner running the stream. Good to have Phil back for our entire Triton College athletic family. Tim McKinney saying so long and have a great rest of your weekend. Again, the final, Trojans 71, Marshalltown 61. We'll talk to you next Saturday. So long, everyone.